They
at the end of the pit
will
lane will turn on, and Q1 will start. 18 minutes on the clock for Q1. Bottom six will be eliminated. We have a poll up right now asking, will Aston Martin will get into Q2 today? So in the sprint quali, both, I believe, Stroll and Alonso went out in Q1 in SQ1. Question is, will one or both get into Q2? No, quali hasn't started just yet. It's about to. Of course, I just Rabat and Perez, big partnerships. Okay, Cadillac improved their data. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Rain, no rain, no rain. There it is. Clear skies. Looks good. Well, not clear skies. It's white skies. Looks good. So it looks good. What happened? Looks like the Cadillacs are causing a problem. Hunger first on track. Then Behrman, Ocon, Stroll, Sonoda, Bottas, Lundad, Perez. Yeah, it's. I think Valtteri was the one that blocked the pit lane, which they basically pushed their nose out. What's happened here? So as we wait for them to go around, the question is, are they going to go 2 laps around? Hulkenberg right now. Oh, looks like he's going for it. We'll see. We'll see after that first sector whether or not Hulkenberg. Um, around 25, 26 seconds is I believe what they were doing if they weren't going around. Hulkenberg has passed both Lawson and Verstappen. That is a 27.946. We'll see. We'll see about that. It is showing Hulkenberg on a medium tire. I'm not sure. I don't believe that's a glitch. Al Cook is here. Thank you so much, Al. Coming to 15 minutes left to go in this session right now. Hulkenberg is a 121.443. That's not a particularly competitive lap time. Question is Hulkenberg going faster. Again, Behrman does a 125. Now, Sano doing 114, that is actually a competitive time. Not great, but it is still a competitive time. Lindblad going second. Hulkenberg does a 25.8. That's a better time. Bottas looks like he's going around again. There's a 27. Perez doing a 26. Ocon 26. Stroll doing a 30. No, that's a 26 now. That changed. Bierman does fastest first sector, 25.5474. That time will drop. Around almost 2,000 of you watching right now. Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Will help us with the algorithm. Looking right now. Let's see who's coming to the line. Max is coming to the line. That would be another warm-up lap. Bottas coming to the line. He goes fourth with a 115.652. Perez comes in behind him, 115.881. Yeah, track is dry. Track is dried. It had rained after quali, but sun's been out. Sun was out for all of the academy race. Lonzo goes P3, 114 635. He's only 348 behind Sonoda's time right now, but we haven't seen Albon comes in fourth, so we haven't seen some of the here you go. Leclerc does a 113.624. That's what I was looking for. Hamilton goes faster by 218, fastest second and third sector. Though that was taken by Lawson. He goes P2, only 3,000 behind Hamilton. Fastest first and third sector. He lost a lot of time in sector 2. That's why. Mac comes in P3, 181. So it's still early. But the Ferraris are looking good. The Red Bulls are looking good. The Racing Bulls are looking good. Alonso is in the top 10. Stroll is in the top 8 right now. Top 9. We have yet to see from Mercedes. We've yet to see Norris doing another warm-up lap. We've yet to see from the Mercedes, McLarens, and the Alpines specifically. Sainz goes 8th with 114.733. Now, George and Russell are on warm-up laps. Same with Oscar. Oscar just did a 126. So here's Anthony coming across the line. He's now expecting him to do a flying lap now. Sainz's lap a few moments ago was deleted. Turn 3, lap 3. Ten minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the session. Again, you're listening to Grash with you live coverage of quali Q1 right now. Norris has gone to the top of the board, 113.060. He's 364 faster than Hamilton. Ocon up to 17, though that's not a competitive time. So I guess he's probably going around again. Yeah, he's flying right now. Oscar's the top board, 112.848. 212 faster than his teammate, 558 faster than Hamilton. Antonelli comes in P3, 285 behind Oscar. Fastest first sector. Oscar has the fastest second sector. Russell's the fastest third sector. He comes in P2, 91,000 behind Oscar. So track evolution is in play here. So what that means is as we are doing laps, the track is getting rubbered in, and that's going to give cars grip, and that's going to give them more speed. So as the session goes, as we go on, times are going to get faster. Literally from lap to lap, you can literally see the track evolve lap to lap. Following Ocon right now, he's coming around to turn 14 to the line. Ocon goes ninth, 114.231. Lawson crossed the line, but he's not going faster, it looks like. But Max is improving on his time. Hamilton's improving on his time. It looks like he abandoned the lap. Max does a 25.243. Not his fastest time, but it's competitive time. Lawson does a 25.598. Hulkenberg comes in fifth at 113.307. He's 4:59 behind Oscar's time. Clerk takes that spot from him. It's 2:16 behind Oscar. Sono goes in seventh, 5:41 behind Oscar. That's a 113. Max goes sixth, 113.290. Hulkenberg was 113.307. Sono was 113.389. Hamilton is 113.406. Lundberg just comes in ahead, 113.381. Literally 8 thousandths faster than Tsunoda. Colapino sets a time for 12th, 13.81. So right now at the bottom of the board, so Alonso is our driver at risk. Williams, Stroll just jumped up to 15th. So Ocon now the driver at risk, just pitted. Alonso's in the drop zone with Sainz, Albon, Bottas, Perez. Let me go. So I'll take this back in, and Sainz just jumped to 14th with a 113.972. Alonso to 12th, 113.650. 802 gap to Oscar. So right now, Behrman's driver at risk. Stroll, Ocon, Albon, Bottas, Perez, Bortoleto are in the drop zone. Albon's on a flying lap right now. He's about to come to the line. And then we've got Bortoleto on a flying lap. He is in sector 2. Albon goes to 14th. That drops his teammates to the driver at risk and drops Behrman in the drop zone. Stroll just dropped to 21st. Lap time deleted. Turn 13 on lap 7, which was just the last lap he did. So we're looking at Borel right now is the only one green on the board, improving on his times. We've got under 6 minutes to go. Borleto goes to 17th. So he stays in the drop zone. He doesn't get out. So as it stands right now, Sainz is the driver at risk. He's 1.124 back. Borleto is 1.131. So difference is 7 thousandths. Yeah, 7 thousandths right now separates Sainz and Borleto between who, with Sainz being right now driver at risk and Borleto in the drop zone. Let's see, looks like we've got cars pitting right now. Most of the cars are pitting. At the top of the board, we still have Oscar with a 112.848. Russell is second, 91,000 back. Norris is third, 212 back. Leclerc is fourth, 216 back. Antonelli is fifth, 285 back. And then we have a jump with Max, who's sixth, 442 back. Hulkenberg's 459 back. Then we've got Lindblad, 5:33. Tsunoda 5:41 back, and then Hamilton 5:58 back. Lawson 11, Alonso 12, Colapino 13th. Albon 14th, and then Gasly 15th. This is the last driver who's under a second. Sainz at 16, 1.124. He is the driver at risk. Olgard pointing out that rain is predicted, but after quali would finish. So here they are coming out. Hamilton is out. Ocon, Behrman, Norris, Oscar, Hulkenberg. I'm not sure why McLaren sent cars out. Stroll's coming out. Stroll's currently 22nd. His last lap time was deleted, so his best so far is a 1:15, 1:31. Alpine's coming out. The Cadillacs, Lindblad is coming out. Hamilton right now just did his out lap. He's crossing the line. Now the question is he going to go around again? He's got 3 minutes to go in this session. We've been seeing them. We've been seeing teams using 2 laps to warm up the tires before they do the flying lap. So anyone who's out now potentially who's on track now, has the potential to go around. So Borla is coming out right now. Probably is stretching things to do that second lap. So that second lap. Race control, Gasly noted for unsafe release. I didn't see what happened. So Hulkenberg is flying, so he's locked in. Fastest second sector. Good competitive sector 1, but not his best time. It's like Gasly's going. Colapino is going. And Stroll looks like he's going. So Hulkenberg's going to do a 1.188. That's going to put him at 6. He's likely safe. Got 126 left to go in this session. Oscar's going. So is Norris. So it's interesting which teams are going, which teams are not. Albon crossing the line, Stroll crossing the line. Stroll's going to go to 13th. It's going to be a 113.818, 970 back. Tight. Gasly just jumped to 5th. That's a huge jump. Colapino jumps to 9th. Right now, Albon's driver at risk with Sainz. Then the drivers in the drop zone is Sainz, Borrello, Behrman, Ocon, Bottas, and Perez. Norris just jumped to 2nd. That's not really going to 85,000 behind his teammate. It's not going to affect the bottom of the board, which is really more important right now. Q1 is we've got 30 seconds left to go in this session. Lindblad just jumped to 5th, though he was not in the drop zone. Hamilton goes 2nd, though again he was 13th. Ocon jumps out of the drop zone to 14th, 9:34 time. Gasly jumps. No, it's Tsunoda jumping to 7th behind his teammate. Behrman jumps to 18th. He's out. Albon jumps to 15th. That drops Alonso to the driver at risk. Stroll. Borrello just jumped out of the drop zone to P10. That puts Alonso in the drop zone. Time has expired. So we know that Stroll, Alonso. The only one left is Sainz. He's coming to the line. He goes to 17th. He doesn't get enough time. So Sainz, Alonso, Stroll, Behrman, Bottas, Perez are going to be knocked out in Q1. So no Q2 for Aston Martin. Close, but no cigar. Now's a great time to like and subscribe. You hit the bell on YouTube. You'll get notifications when we go live. Over on Twitch, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get, if your notifications set up correctly, you'll get notifications when we go live on Twitch. Okay, we're broadcasting live on both on Twitch and YouTube. Right now we're waiting. Board has switched over to Q2. 15 minutes are on the clock when we start, which should be any moment now. Cars are moving. Max is going to be the first one out on track. And we have the start of Q2. I'm not British. Just so we know, there's someone who's complaining that I wasn't focusing on the top of the board. Hey, dude, it's Q1. Who gets knocked out is more important than who's at the top of Q board. And it's going to be the same for Q2. They're not fighting for pole. It doesn't matter. It's just bragging rights that Oscar was top of the board. So, anyways, we are now waiting right now for cars. So 4 cars are on track. It's Max, Hulkenberg, Antonelli, Russell, Lawson just now exiting now. So 5. Question will be, are they going to go around again as they have been? Yuki doing way better. Yes, Yuki's doing way better than expected. Has Category gotten his engine upgrade? I'm not sure, Johnny. I'm not sure if that has come that engine upgrade has come to Cadillac just yet. I got to go back and look at who's upgraded what and why. Why? What's the Red Bull strategy? Why is Max out on used software? I mean, used soft. Um, Tire management really. It is tire management in this case. What's happening to Ollie Behrman? That's a good question. He's better than this. This is the second time this is like 3 or 4 times recently that I can think of that he's been out in Q1. Also finishing his outlap. Looks like Russell Antonelli, Hulkenberg look like they are going. They're not doing that second lap around. Mac does a 121, but that's not a competitive time. Hulkenberg does a 112.879. That's our first competitive time. Anthony goes faster, 489 faster. Russell top board with 111.959. He's 431 faster than his teammate and almost a second faster than Hulkenberg. So those are the first 3 times on the board. Yeah, Max is definitely doing another lap around. So is Leclerc. So is Lawson. Albon right now coming to the line. We'll see if we'll know it's by sector 1 time whether he's going around again or not. Ocon is the other driver out on track right now. We haven't seen Gasly's out now. We've yet to see Colpino. Well, as I mentioned, he's now out. So we're Ocon, Tsunoda, Bortoleto, the 3 who have not gotten out on track as of yet. No, it was. I wouldn't say Yuki wasn't getting worse. It's just, it's just the expectations for Yuki rose with season after season, particularly um 2 years ago when he was put into oh, you're talking about Yuki. Are you talking about Ollie? Yeah, no, right now that's a good question. That's a good question. What's going on with Ollie? Um, it will only take again with Ollie. It's just a matter of like he has a good weekend and this won't be an issue. Albin went to fifth though. He's 2 seconds back. Hulkenberg coming back onto the track. Borrell is the only one who's not been on track as well. As I say that, he's now on track. Norris fastest for second, Leclerc fastest second sector. Lawson goes fourth, 112.683. It's 679 back. 4,000 difference between Max and Lawson. Norris fastest second sector right now, so this is a good lap. Leclerc to the top board, 111.910. 29,000 faster than Russell. Here comes Norris. He's around turn 14 now, coming to the line. Norris goes to the top of the board. Clerk took as third sector, and Oscar's taken second sector. Norris has got the first sector in terms of lap times. Here comes Oscar, 13-14 right now, coming to the line. Ocon just went P9. Oscar is top of the board, 26,000 faster than his teammates. He has only the second sector to his name in terms of the fastest time, but it's 111.834. That is 26,000 faster than Norris. 76 faster than Leclerc. Russell right now is fourth, Hamilton is fifth, Antonelli sixth, Max seventh. Now, big jump from Antonelli to Max. Big jump from Hamilton, Antonelli, then another jump from Antonelli and Max. We got Max, Lawson, Gasly within a tenth. Lindblad comes in seventh, 691, ahead of the Red Bulls. Who's on flying laps right now? It would be Hulkenberg and Tsunoda and Bortoletto right now on flying laps. Albon is pitted. It's going to be Tsunoda first. He's finishing sector 2. It will be Hulkenberg next, who just finished sector 2, and then finally Bortoletto. And those are going to be the last three times we're going to see right now for the moment. We've got 7:45 left to go in this session. Here comes Tsunoda to the line. He jumps to 11th, so he's still in the drop zone. He is 872 back, which is about 2/10 off his teammate. He is within a tenth of the Red Bull. Borrell jumps to 8th. He's ahead of the Red Bulls, 728. Hulkenberg stays down in 14th. He's 112.842 was his last lap. He's a second 0.008 back. So we got 7 minutes left to go in this session. Expect everyone who's on track is going to pit. So in the next minute, everyone will be off track, and then it will be who goes back out. In this case, we're looking definitely through. So Lawson's a driver at risk. Max is not that far behind. So Morello is within a tenth, and Lindblad just slightly more than a tenth. About 1.15 is the difference between Lindblad and Lawson. So I suspect that so we'll see everyone from P7 down back on track soon for that last go. Small device feedback. Running clock should be bigger during quality's most important thing during. No, it's not the most important thing. I mean, it is important, but it's not the most important thing. You guys right now. Guys making Red Bull drink jokes. Oh my god. Complain. You guys are complaining about Max and saying he needs to get a Red Bull drink first. Oh my god. Here we go with 5 minutes ago. So we've got Red Bull and Mercedes coming out. Okay, and we got the Ferraris coming out. This is more bragging rights, basically. So at this point, they're out on track, so they can go around. So they can go around twice. I think they might have gone. They may have gone too early. I probably would have waited 40 seconds. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in Q2 right now. Red Bulls went out first, and we saw the Mercedes and the Ferraris come out. Clerk is now coming around again for his outlap, and Hamilton will be the next for the outlap. Then we'll see Albon cross the line, and then Max, Oscar, Lawson in that order. Watching Max Verstappen through F1 TV, but again, they know that this is not the lap. He's about to come around, coming to the line now. And this will be the start of his actual flying lap. So with 2:47 left to go. So I can't just hear in chat. Thank you, hey Scott. Do you have scones for me is the question. Anyways. Max right now did his 24.7 in Sector 1. He's coming around. He's in the middle of Sector 2 right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or dead of night as it may be for some of you out there in the world. Welcome to Race Statistics Channel, and this is Grash with you live coverage of the Dutch Grand Prix race itself. All right, the news is basically about 40 minutes ago, it rained pretty hard for about 5 minutes. So it is currently a wet race because the track is still wet. It's a good question. Oh my God. Uh, Sorry, I'm reacting to YouTube at the moment. It's translating my name as woman for some reason, or girl. Hi. Oh my God. Yeah. What a moment to be alive. Okay. So here's what's up. Basically, again, it has rained about 40 minutes ago. Almost 45 minutes ago now. The tents went up in the grid boxes. That was to um, protect the grid boxes as well as the cars, uh, as well as umbrellas went up. You know, the F1 commentators were using umbrellas, and it was coming down pretty hard. The wind was whipping pretty hard as well. So it's not raining now, but it is currently a wet track. I suspect that overtake will be disabled for several laps. Price is going to be starting for the pit lane, apparently. Oh, guys, doing a weather update. Track is still damp from small previous shower. Again, 45 minutes. Expect no rain for the entire race. 20 degrees Celsius with a slight 3. I'm not sure what but it's a westerly wind. So that's to keep an eye note here. I also want to present in the pits. I suspect they broke parc fermé. That's usually they made a change on the car that's not allowable after quali. And that's typically the reason why. Again, he was he was in the back of the grid already, so it's not a big deal to make that change and be a pit lane start. You're not losing anything basically. Let's see, there might be. Let me look up. There could be a document that I haven't seen yet. Uh, Change the setup suspension of the suspension of the car. Yeah, so basically they made a suspension change on Sergio's car. That's not approved under when you go into parc fermé, and that's basically why it's a pit lane start. Just saying at the moment. Everyone on slicks. Yeah, everyone's like they're gonna start on slicks. Interesting that the Cadillacs are gonna start on hard tires. Top four are gonna be on mediums. Ferrari and Red Bull are gonna start on softs, but Leclerc and Lawson are starting on used softs. Same with Borla and Lindblad. Tsunoda going to be on new softs, same as Hulkenberg. So it's interesting mix where you got medium soft, used softs, and hard. So we've got a mix of strategies going on here. Could be a two-stop. Could very easily be a two-stop. I just want to remind everyone this is a watch along stream. We're not going to show you the video or audio of the race, nor should we or can we. That would be copyright infringement. So yeah, no, this is more like I am your friend on the couch telling you what the hell's going on. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the United States, I mean, get Apple TV and link your account to F1 TV. I mean, if you're outside the United States, get F1 TV. I've got Apple TV, and I'm actually happy with the arrangement. I actually getting more for my value. I got Drive to Survive. You know, Ted Lasso new season came out. Several films, including the F1 film, is on Apple TV. So we are in the formation lap right now. Norris is in the second sector of that formation lap. It will be a standing start. So, as usual, the safety car is out in front of Norris. Surprised that the safety car is not shown on the track. Usually is. So the safety car will come in, and they will come to the. They're basically, again, it's a standing start, which is what they normally do. The rolling start, that's more like IndyCar, where they're rolling restart, like a restart type scenario. Again, we're still on the formation lap right now. Norris is coming around to the boxes, wiggling back and forth to put temperature in the tires as they come to the boxes. Track is wet. There are areas where it has dried. There's areas where it's wet. It's going to be interesting. This first lap will be interesting. Will be probably dangerous as well. Again, for those of you who are showing up right now, rained almost 50 minutes ago. The track is wet. The track has dried significantly, but you can see there like lines of wet where the track is wet. Damp would be the best description. And the track is drying, but it's not fully dry. Bottas is coming to the box. We're getting our green flag and our startup procedure. The other story, again, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are off and racing in the import. Ooh, I think Max went off track. One of the Red Bulls went off track. What's Perez doing in the pit? It's pit lane start. They changed the suspension. So we are going so far so good on that first lap. Little squirrely at the beginning. And we've got Lawson on Max at the moment. But they're spread out in a line so far pretty good. Clerk is up 2 places. Russell's down a position. Antonelli's up a position. Oscar Hamilton down a position. Gasly's up a position. Tsunoda's up a position. Colbino's up 2 positions. Bortola's lost 4 positions. Hulkenberg's lost 1. Albon's up a position. Ocon's down a position. Alonso Stroll up a position. So is Behrman, but Sainz has dropped 3 positions. Someone's on a. Oh, big crash. Oh, a wheel is off. I'm trying to figure out what just happened here. Who is that? Is that Max? My God, Max is out. Yep, Max says he's okay. This might be a red flag, you guys. It is a red flag. So what happened? Yeah, that car is totally destroyed. Oh my god. So Max Verstappen out in his home race, the final home race. So here comes Max. Oh, hits the curbs, loses control of the car. Left side of the car goes in the wall, comes back around to the right side. No, Lawson was not involved. Max just hit a wet patch in a curb and lost control of the car. Yeah, that car is just totally destroyed. One of the tires has gone off the car. Yeah, the left rear tire, when Max goes into the wall, uh it goes front rear, front left, and it turns in the car, and the left rear goes in the wall and dislodges from the car. So this is a red flag. Again, red flag with crash. Max Verstappen has crashed. I think part of the reason that they had to red. I mean, the car is totally destroyed. There's so much debris on the track. So also, Max is right in front of the entrance to the pit lane. Max is okay. Max is not injured. Yeah, what a race start. Yeah, this is not what we wanted. Um, yeah, Max. Basically, they've shown the replay. Now we are still under red flag conditions. Now that all the cars have come into the pit lane, what the procedure is that it drops from a red flag to a yellow flag for the track. Max has reported on radio that he's okay, and I saw him out of the car already. So one of the marshals is rolling one of the tire that got dislodged back to the car. Okay, so looks like I believe that would be Hamilton hit Max gently to the side. He went off track a little bit, but came back on. We've got Lawson right next to Max. I think through 2, 3, and 4 through 5. Hamilton had no room to go. He did bounce off of Max. Oh, there's a bounce between Max and Lawson. So there was bumping, but not like more. Yeah, they're showing Hamilton. Hamilton really had no place to go. He was ahead of Max, though. That's the other scenario. There was a bounce between Hamilton and Oscar. Looks like. So this was a bump and grind through this first lap. Oscar tried to go to the far Right. Um, and that caused, again, with him, he bounced back to the middle of the track. That pushed Hamilton over. That pushed Max over. So yeah. Again, ultimately, what ends up happening is that Max is coming around turn 13, 14. Yeah, it'd be specifically turn after turn 13 to turn 14. He goes over the curbs, and there's a bounce. Yeah, no, they just showed it from Gasly's point of view. Yeah, Max. It's a Max goes into the curve, and then his car just sharply turns into the wall, and that's a. But Leto had a spun as well. During Leto's view, he comes around the curve. He goes. So Bordello's not related to Max. He basically went over the curves and spun. So it's not just wasn't just Max. Again, the issue is basically Max basically hits the curve and car just overcorrects, and that's a again, I don't know where how wet the track is in that position. But yeah, Max goes directly into the wall. Um, it basically redirect basically rights the car. It turns, so the front left hits the wall. It redirects him. Back rear hits the wall and dislodges the tire, and then he goes across the track, across, with other cars coming around, and hits the other side of the wall. My bad answer. Yellow flag afraid noted. Uh, oh, did someone hit Max? No, Max. No, Max lost control of the car. Again, this is a scenario where the track is wet, so I suspect that is a scenario that is in play here. What happened with again? What happened with Max? Basically, Max came around turn 14. His tires went over the curbs, and there was a moment where the car basically jerks. Again, this is a wet track. The car jerks to the left, goes into the barrier. Barrier was already there. Yes, the barrier was already there. Um, wet is a technical term. It means that the track water is still on the track. But a wet track, you can drive slicks on a wet track. Yeah, though the rain was now about an hour ago, not 30 minutes, about an hour ago. So about That's when it rained, and it was on, on F1 TV in the pre-show. Lawson asked about Max, and he was being told he's getting out of the car. He did get out. Max did get out of the car. Ooh, Albin went through a cloud of smoke and debris. Man, they're showing Hulkenberg. He almost T-boned Gabrielli. Excuse me. Yeah, guys. Some of you are taunting people in chat. We don't accept that. So again, right now the track is being cleared. We've got. You see, that's Hulkenberg they're showing right now. Why is there a red flag? Max just back and crashed on lap one, coming around turn 14. It left a debris. Basically, it was a hard hit into the barrier. He left debris across the track. He actually stopped in front of the pit lane entrance. One of his tires came off, so that's again, it just the amount of debris they have to clean the track. They have to get the car off the track. Car's in a bad place. It just yeah. Is Gabby going to restart? Yeah, Gabby's going to restart. He's fine. He spun, but he didn't hit anything. So they got the resumption order. That's basically the order in which they're going to line up. Will it be a standing start? I believe it will be a standing start. Why don't they wipe the water off the track? Uh, that's not practical. I mean, basically, um, like even in over here in the United States, they will not. It's not a matter of wiping. They actually have vehicles that will run across. Basically, they're just big um, blowers, basically to push water off the track. Not enough chaperones at the track. Oh, Dark, you've got the winning comment so far right now. So Max is out of the race. Yeah, Max is officially did not finish. He is out of the race, and that car is destroyed. I mean, he literally lost one of his tires when he hit the barriers. That's not normal with F1 cars to lose a tire off the car. That's how hard he hit the barriers. Yeah, while the crash was bad and it did spread debris across the track, Max is okay. He got out of the car. Max said on radio he was okay, and he did get out of the car. So yeah, there's a yellow flag infringement. I'm not sure what exactly he did. Third-party evidence, Ocon reviewed, no further investigation. Yeah. So Ocon was they noted Ocon. Um, Ocon got a yellow flag infringement, but it was no further investigation on him. Max in the medical, yeah, he would be at the medical. That would be a normal procedure at this point. I suspect he's at just by the force of the collision, he would be taken to the medical center to be evaluated by procedure. All right, not that he's actually injured. What it is just a standard medical check based on what happened on track. I'm not sure when it will be. We haven't gotten the time yet when it will resume. They said about a few minutes ago, about like 2-3 minutes ago, it was going to be about 10 minutes. So that would put it around 7-8 minutes. So the big thing with this with this red flag is that it's actually going to let the track dry out even more. And so while we all started on slicks, we're going to be returning to slicks. Is it raining? No, it's not raining. It rained 70 minutes ago. It made for a wet track. Now, again, officially, it's a technical term being a wet track. I am not sure. So race will resume at 15:33. So that's 10 minutes from now. So the question is, who is going to change tires? Again, this is Grash with the live coverage of the Dutch Grand Prix here on the Racing channel. I want to thank everyone here on YouTube. I want to thank everyone on Twitch. Good numbers on Twitch today. Good numbers on YouTube. Again, right now we just had a red flag. Race will resume in 9 minutes. Again, what happened on the first lap? Max Verstappen lost control of his car. It jerked directly to the left, went across the track at turn 14 and went into the wall on the left side. Went front left first, then corrected by the crash, left rear, lost left rear tire, and then went across the track and hit on the right side in front of the pit lane entrance. So basically stopped the pit lane entrance. So. If you guys have a question in chat, use my name. I'm putting it in, Grashariza. If you guys use my name at me in chat, it will highlight my name, and that will make it easier to see your question. I get to see some people complaining about people putting garbage in chat. Best way to put it. Why not changing tires? Because they basically. It's a question of they've only gone 2 laps effectively on that. You heard me cough a few times. Start of the video. Hope you're okay. Yeah, there's a lot of particulates and pollen in the air where I live. They're really doing construction by my house where they're kicking up dirt effectively. So, how do you think they're gonna? How many times do you think they'll change tires? I suspect it's a two stopper, but one of those stops may now be this red flag. Do you think Charles should change tires? Charles, probably. It's a likely yes because he's on used softs. Did you see the drizzle on the visor cams out of 13 and 14? That was again spray. That again track was wet. And it's not just there was also smoke, from the tires. So it's not just Max, also Bortoletto, um, the lockup smoke. Will the track become dry anytime soon? Yeah, it's drying as it is right now. Big Witch, did you hear about the dangerous humps at I've heard that it's bumpy, but the drivers have been compensating for that for the track, Scott. They've actually found a racing line that's not going over those humps as hard as they could be. Expect our wonderful friends on this channel. Love to Max. He will survive. Way to go, Grash Race and Race Statistics. Thank you for the £10 donation, Paula. Paula is one of our chat legends. If Kagalik knows their car is very slow, why don't they just retire the car? It's because they're here to race. And the other thing is that they're here. They're here to race. B, every lap they put in, is data on the car that they can use. Does this mean it will be way harder for Max to compete for the World Drivers' Championship? Max is out of the World Drivers' Champion. Let's be honest here. Max is not in the World Drivers' Championship this year. He came close. He's further out now than he was last year when he made his charge. Is Max injured? Max is not injured. I believe, he was taking medical out of procedure, but he said he was okay. He got out of the car. Four minutes to race restart. Again, we had a red flag because Max crashed, and it was a significant crash. There's a fish costume. Okay. I know there's a lion guy in a lion costume. No, why would Max apologize to the fan? I mean, he'll say yeah, no, that's. I think you're overplaying things there. Do you think Lewis could fight for? Yes, Lewis is still in the championship. What happened for the crash that happened? What we know is that Max came on the inside of 14, and his tires dipped in over uh, the rumble strip, and what happened is that basically the car jerked in a hard reaction to the left and went straight into. I mean, when you see it, the car jerks directly to the left, goes into the barrier. So Max lost control of the car. Yeah, you guys are some of you are again taunting others. We don't accept that. Hi, Arch. What happened to Max? He crashed. He brought up the red flag. Leo guess. Oscar drinks are good. Why is there a lion mascot? They have the lion because they like lions. The Dutch have a thing for lions in their in their heraldry. Missed 30 minutes. Can anyone tell what happened to Max? Max lost control of the car around turn 14. Went into the barrier on the right side. Lost one of his tires. Went to the right side. Stopped in front of the pit lane. His car was destroyed. Max is okay. Max did get out of the car. And we're looking at it now. A race restarting in about 30 seconds now. Having said that, the Orange Army looks in good spirit still. Tire blankets are off the cars. Soft on Lando. So they did change. So Norris has gone to softs. Yeah, I'm not. Colavino and Lawson are under investigation. Yellow flag infringements, I believe. So Norris has gone to a soft tire. Antonelli is staying on medium tire. Russell's staying on medium tire. Leclerc has gone to a new soft tire. Clerk will still have to pit for another compound. Oscar's gone from a medium to a hard tire. Hamilton staying on the soft tire. Same with Lawson. He may have gone to a different tire though. Lindblad has gone from a soft to a medium tire. Gasly's on the same tire. Codofino has gone to a new medium tire, so he's got his same compound. Tsunoda's on the same soft, so is Hulkenberg. Albon has gone to a hard tire. Ocon has gone from a medium to a soft tire. Alonso to a new soft tire. So he must have hit his other tires. Might have hit something. Bamron's on the same soft tire, same as Bortoletto. Stroll. It's going to be a standing start. This is a formation lap. What happened? Stroll, Sainz, Perez, Bottas had not left the pits. All right, Stroll is now rolling out. Has gone to a new soft. Sainz has gone to a new soft. Bottas has gone to a new hard tire. And then Perez has gone to a soft to a hard tire. So pretty much 2/3, I would say, have gone to a new tire. Those again, this is a formation lap. It will count towards one of the laps of the race. Max Verstappen is a DNF. Oh my. Oh, where's Behrman? So we're gonna need another. All right, so Behrman has come off to the side of the track and has stopped. So they're probably going to delay this start. They're gonna probably do another formation lap. Let's see what happens with Bierman. What happened to Bierman? His engine has turned off effectively. He's trying to get it going again, but he's still he's on the side of the track. Okay, so we have now an extra formation lap. This is definitely a crisp race today. Again, about 75 minutes, 80 minutes ago, rain hit the track. So this is one of the things that's going on. Yeah, we're doing an extra formation lap, everyone. Um, that made the track wet, and that's one of the situations that goes into what happened on the first lap when Max crashed. They were on in a section of the track that was, it was wet. And oh my god, just wake me up tomorrow and tell me who won. Let me see. They've pulled. No, it's not unbearable. I see what you did there. Unbearable is a bad insult to Behrman, dude. Um, yeah, Behrman did not have a great weekend, to be quite honest. Why is Lindblad that down? He spun on first lap. I'm quitting. Just God is waging war on me for not believing in him. Just remember, I am your harbinger of red flags. I did not expect to get a red flag this weekend, everyone. But here we are. We have a red flag. So they're coming into. Oh, that's Antonelli. So they are coming around to the pit boxes now. They kept the formation as a lap. Yes, because this is after the start of the race. Again, the formation lap when they came out it would be counted against the race as well, and that's because they've filled up the engines, the tanks. For some reason, base Amazon Prime showing Apple TV Kids Feed for free. There's probably agreement between there's probably agreement between Apple and Amazon for that. Here we go. Antonelli is side by side with Norris. Antonelli's going to get ahead of him. Antonelli's going to go ahead, and that's Russell's going to put pressure on Norris. So Antonelli is our new race leader. Norris got not a great start, and Antonelli was able to capitalize and get the head of, and he's now like 6/10 ahead already and pulling away. Oh, Oscar just passed Russell for third. Russell is, and he's on a hard tire. Leclerc is right on Russell as well. See, here goes Leclerc. He's on the side of Russell trying to make it. Backs off. So our Lindblad has a yellow flag, drive-through penalty for a yellow flag infringement. Okay, you guys, your boy Glitch. I mean, there's stuff going on at the moment. Lindblad right now has pitted. What happened to Behrman? His car on the first formation lap out, his car stopped. That's going to take Lindblad out of this race. He's already at the back of the grid already. He will have to pit at some point to serve that. That's something he's got to serve. I think he's got to serve pretty quickly, actually. Huckenberg's the point. That is correct. Also, Alpine both double in the points. Gasly 8th and Colapino 10th. Snowden 11th. Again, on the restart, Kimi Antonelli was able to get a jump on Norris and take the lead of the race. Norris is now second, Oscar's third. He managed to get ahead of Russell. So those are our two moves on the restart that have happened. So we've got them spread out, the first top four. So Norris and Antonelli in the little world, and then we've got Oscar, Russell, and the Ferraris in their little world. Lawson's leading the next world of cars. Yuki scores this year. I mean, Yuki could score. I mean, if he gets past actually, if Colapino gets a penalty, right now, if Colapino gets a penalty, Yuki would inherit 10th place and a point. No, Colapino, not Colapino drive penalty. It was Lindblad with the drive-through penalty. We have not gotten. Oh nope, they just drive-through penalty for Colapino just showed up. So Franco is going to have to come in and stop. That should push. Possible half-class rain in 3 minutes. That's what they're telling. That's what they're telling Lando on the radio. So Colapino will have to pit drive-through penalty. That should push Tsunoda into 10th position and into points. Why yellow flag infringement? I'm not sure what exactly he did under the yellow flag, though. Colapino has to box. So when is he going to box? I like a good crash, wheels and carbon flying everywhere. I like chaos. I just didn't expect it to be Max causing the chaos. So Colapino is now pitting his drive-through penalty. So he didn't have to stop. He just had to go through the pits. He's gonna come out behind Lindblad. So Tsunoda is in points right now. Tsunoda, yeah, that's I want to make this very clear that Tsunoda right now is in 10th position in points. No noted for leaving pit exit on red light for Behrman. So now with Behrman out, that might if he actually has an infringement, that might get pushed to the Monza. Crash is the worst thing ever. Not this one. I mean, it was bad, but the red flag that involved Perez and both of the I think both of the Haas's at the time at Monaco. That's the year that I think it's 2004. That's 24 when Charles won. That was a really bad crash. Colpino has served his penalty. It looks like Lindblad has also served his penalty as well. What happened to Behrman? Behrman basically his engine turned off on the formation lap after the red flag involving Max Verstappen. We are finally on lap 10 of 72 of this race right now. Has been an interesting race so far. On the restart, Antonelli managed to get past Norris and Oscar managed to get past Russell. Leclerc is fifth, Hamilton is sixth. Lawson is up position because Max is out of the race. Gasly's up 3 positions. Hulkenberg's up 4, and so is up 2. And those are into the points. Those are points. So those are points positions right now. In the back of the field, Lindblad had a yellow flag infringement and had a stop and go penalty. Same with Colapino, so that's why they're in the back of the field. Lindblad was in the backfield already because he spun nearly in the same place that Max did, but he didn't go into the where Max diverted into the barrier. Lindblad only spun, and that put him to the back of the field. No idea why Kimi went with softs. It could have been that. Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I'm not sure why he went on to softs. I mean, he had only done 2 laps on the medium tire. Can Norris do an undercut? I mean, that's possible later in the race. Norris and Russell ruined my bingo. Well, Kimi win this? I mean, Kimi could. Again, one of the things is that we've got we've got stops later to go in this race. Borletto's in the pit right now, so again, Lindblad, Colapino, Borletto, these are the relatively new drivers to F1. From last year and this year, not doing that great this time around at Zandvoort. No, no, Martin. There are people who did not have. You are required to use 2 different compounds. So we're looking at Leclerc, Hamilton, Lawson, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Sonoda, Alonso Stroll, Sainz, Bottas, all have to, and Colpino all have to pit for another compound. And as it is, these tire, the medium and the softs, even the hards, like they're not designed to go an entire race. Yes, we've seen Albin do the tire whisper thing, but that's not to be expected. What are the I'm not sure what I was talking about, HV. Yeah, your best bet is to roll back on YouTube. So right now, Antonelli is leading this race. He's gotten 1.6, 1.7. So he is out of overtake range. Right now, Antonelli would increase his lead right now. Russell would be second. Hamilton would be third. Russell would overtake Hamilton in the standings. Leclerc would be fourth. Is there a reason why Lando went on softs? I think that they thought that Lando would have gotten a good jump on that restart, which he didn't. And then the softs, basically, he would have been in clean air. So my theory is that they thought Lando would have kept the lead, would have been in clean air, and that softs he would have been able to pull ahead with softs. That didn't happen. Antonelli got a better start on Norris and managed to pass him. Just had lap 14. What happened? We had a red flag, Don Pierce. That was a great time. Like and subscribe on the channel. Those are on Twitch. If you can just subscribe and you hit the bell, you'll get notifications when we go live. So the race has settled down. The track is relatively dry at this point, and I'm not sure if we've got overtake enabled as of yet. If someone can tell me if we've got overtake enabled, please help me. But ultimately, the race has somewhat settled down. Cars have spread out a little bit. Antonelli's leading the race. Norris at 1.8 back, 4.8 seconds back for Norris. 2.2 back to Russell. Then we've got Hamilton and Leclerc with Russell. Then we jump back another 5.5 seconds for Lawson, 7.1 for Gasly, 1.18 for Hulkenberg, Tsunoda's 2.3, 3.2 for Albon. So that there's the difference between 10th and 11th right now is a 3.2 second gap. Ocon and Alonso are within a second of each other to Albon. Sainz up to 14th. Stroll is pitting right now. Lindblad is in 15th. Bottas 16th. Perez 17th. Again, Colpino, Borrello, Stroll now back of the field. Stroll eventually went 13 laps on that soft set. He's going to hards. So Stroll does not have to stop. Does not have to stop again in this race. He has completed his 2 compound. And with the being the hards, it's likely he won't. That's he can go to theory maybe go to distance if he manages his tires. So the next big thing in this race is going to be when cars are going to pit again. They will pit again. Even with Oscar, they're going to pit again. Particularly the medium soft, they're going to pit again. I mean, we're looking at 16, 17 laps on the current tires at the moment. Why don't I pit? It's a good question. Right now they're doing 117s. If we see them jumping into 118s in the leaders, then that's likely, and the others still doing 117s. That is what's going to happen. Yeah, Stroll the tire whisperer. Now, again, he's back of the pack. He's going to have to pass everyone. Dark speaking that Anthony might lap around 22, 24. That sounds about reasonable. It could go up to 30. Lap 30 is the latest. Borrello coming in. No, that's not Borrello. That's Russell. Borrello side by side with, I think, Perez. 3-second stop time for Russell, which is not okay. Mediocre. Stop. Looking right now. Looking at. So here comes Oscar into the pits. What happened here? A 5.4 stop. What happened with that pit? Something went wrong. Where does Gasly come in the pit? Tsunoda coming in the pit. Gasly 2.9 stop. Tsunoda 2.4 stop. So a half second on Gasly. So good stop for Yuki. Why is Russell so far back? He's pitted already. So we're now dealing with pit shenanigans right now. Again, Oscar had such a bad stop. He's actually now back behind Russell by 1.2 seconds. That's what you get when you get a 5.4 stop. Yeah, Alonso is in the points right now, but this is a place where he hasn't stopped again. At some point, Alonso will stop again, and that will drop him back into the order. Hulkenberg coming to the pits. So George has the fastest lap. Again, he has pitted recently. Hulkenberg's going to come out. Looks like P13 right now. He's going to a new set. So, all right. So Hulkenberg has gone from a used set of softs to a new set of softs. He's going to pit again later in this race. He's going to have to because he's got to go to another compound. So the cars that are pitting now will probably pit in another 20, 25 laps. Just give you a point of reference here. So there's going to be another stop for a lot of these cars later on. Antonelli right now has gone 20 laps on his tires. So this is like the tires that Antonelli started with. Same thing with Leclerc, though his is used. Same thing with Hamilton. He's on the same soft tires, and Lawson the same soft tires. Norris did change from a medium to a soft, and there's a question why he did that. Oscar right now fastest fastest first sector. Is hard the right play? It depends. Um, Again, you can go longer on hards. They're stronger. They're the harder tire. So they're the C2 compound this weekend. And so, the idea is because they're harder, you can go longer on them. And Denelli's going to come into box. Norris coming in. And Denelli gets out. Norris comes out. They're going to come out in the order they come in. Norris has a half a second advantage, but not going to be effective. Here comes Leclerc. He's going to come out with 4.2. Oh, that's slow. Here comes in Lawson. 3.3 second for Lawson, which is okay, not great. Yeah, a lot of slow stops. Aiden over in chat asking about the Merc going to take an engine change. The word is that Kimi's going to take a grid penalty at Monza with an engine change. And he says for podiums for Charles. Yeah, no, Charles is in that fight at the top of the field. Hamilton right now is leading the race because he hasn't pitted. He's gone 22 laps on soft tires. What's the point of using hard tires? That's going to use it for 16 laps. That's a good question. That is a good question. Why? I'm not sure what they saw on the hard tires. I think they were also trying to do an undercut. So an undercut means basically we come in, we pit, and because we've got fresher tires, we get an advantage over the other people on track. Problem is, Oscar came in and did a 5.4 stop. So where he had passed Russell previously, he now dropped behind Russell now based on the pit stop. Albon and Alonso doing extremely well. No, they're not doing extremely well. I mean, they haven't pitted. So what you're seeing right now is the fact Alonso and Sainz's position is based on the fact that they haven't pitted. Same with Albon, Sainz, Alonso have not pitted. So eventually they should be dropping down in the order. Looks like Tsunoda's dropped a position. Lindbergh is out of the order. He's gonna have to pit soon. Yeah, Lindbergh hasn't pitted. He has the drive-through, but not an actual tire change. Yeah, that point crashes back. Yeah, no, really. There's no really true underdogs right now who's got a podium chance. It is going to be between the Ferraris, the Mercedes, and the McLarens. Lawson again. Max is out. Lawson is 7th. Yeah, effectively, Snowden is effectively still when we take into account of pit shenanigans. Yuki's still effectively 10th in this race. So Antonelli is making a charge on Hamilton. Again, Hamilton has not stopped. So they're trying to do like an overcut, or they're trying to go. Yeah, Hamilton. Oh wow. Last lap was a 117.7, and this lap was a 116. Where are they right now? Antonelli right now is 2.8 behind Hamilton. Let's see what these next laps look like. Lewis might be waiting for a safety car. Yellows are yeah, that's probably very much. Hamilton is boxing. So Antonelli's taking back the lead of the race. Norris will be second. Russell will be third. Oscar fourth. Leclerc looks like we'll take back fifth. Let's see how far Hamilton falls. Hamilton's going to pit out. Oh no, Hamilton's going to be ahead of Lawson by a good deal. What is Hamilton going to? Hamilton's going to a hard tire. So in theory, if he's a tire whisperer, he could go to the rest of the race on those hards. I doubt that's the case. It could be a soft, hard, soft strategy for Hamilton. Ooh. That was a bit dicey there for one of the Alpines. Yeah, they're showing like a battle for 10th, but it's not really a true battle for 10th with Sainz, Lindblad, and Gasly. They have, again, Albon, Alonso, Sainz, Lindblad have not pitted. So I mean, they are technically in 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th right now, but they're not, they're going to pit at some point and it's going to drop them down. Oh, Gasly was not able to pass. Hulkenberg gets ahead. Sainz is going to head. Albon is now pitting. Yeah, Hulkenberg finally gets past Lindblad. So Hulkenberg into 10th, Lindblad to 11th. So right now, well, why is Albon boxing? Albon was on 24 hards. And it looks like the tire degradation on the hards is not what we expected. What happened to Ollie and Max? Again, this is in the first lap, Max crashed. They went to a red flag. On the first restart lap, Behrman's car basically gave up on him, pulled off the side of the track. They had to do another. They did another go around on the second formation lap. Colapino spun on that first lap. Or was it Lindblad? I'm now blanking. It's been a while. But there was another, and then we had yellow flags infringements. Again, Lindblad at 11th right now, but he hasn't pitted. He's gone 22 laps on that medium tire. We are on lap 28 of 72, 45 laps to go, so we're about a third through this race. It's been chaos so far. Why such a much stuttering on the graphics? Something's going on with the map. So Yuki just made a pass on Gasly for 12th position. that's a huge move for Yuki. That puts them up effectively into points when other people effectively. Again, we're looking at Lindblad, we're looking at Alonso, looking at Sainz who have not stopped. So those are three positions that Tsunoda can pick up. With that pass, he goes effectively from what would be 10th into 9th when they stop. Hülkenberg passing Sainz. And Tsunoda passing Lindblad. I think that's more team orders than anything else. Bottas is pitting. He's the back of the pack, though. And Colpino is getting blue flags now. He's being lapped. Where is he? Yeah, he's been lapped by Anthony Norris. When Bottas comes out, he will be effectively lapped as well. Where we're getting this data from, part of it is from Multiviewer. So with your F1 TV account, you can log in using it into with Multiviewer to get the data. Who's here because watch for free because unable to watch live F1 TV? I mean, let's be honest. There's several of you who are here because of that. Several here because you are part of the community and are doing a watch along with us. So, do you think Isaac would have done better than Lawson in this? That's a hypothetical. Dude's injured with a wrist. He's not here. What are you talking about, Blue Hawk? About spitting something? You talking about our stream or someone else's stream? I guess I'm saying Alonso P8 because he's not pitted yet, and I've said that a couple times. So Tsunoda's back into the points. Again, Alonso is 8th because he's pitted, so that would put Tsunoda in the 9th, Hulkenberg the 8th when he finally pits. 28 laps on soft tire. Same with Sainz. There's Sainz now pitting. We are on lap 31 of 72, 42 laps to go. So a lot of people are asking what's going on with where's Isaac Hajar? Basically, he has about a week or so ago in a training session hurt his wrist. He's done boxing, basically, is what we've been told, and he injured his wrist. That so much so that he cannot race. He's injured. Lawson moved into his seat for this race. We'll see what will happen with Monza is another beast. We'll worry about that later on. And then Yuki moved into Lawson's seat because he's the reserve driver. So that's the shuffling that's gone on. The other news is that Max has re-signed for 2030. Yeah. And Albon has signed for another year, and scientists signed for multiple years. And so Williams have retained their drivers. What do you think will win? There's a good possibility Antonelli could win this race. Norris is it's a question between Norris and Antonelli. I suspect that there's going to be another stop. Yeah, I don't see them going 50 laps on hard tires. So I suspect that there will be another pit stop round with Antonelli and Norris. Again, Antonelli, Norris, Russell, and Oscar. The top six effectively. Are the ones that we are most concerned about. And how that goes is going to determine how this race is going to come out. 45 minutes before the race started, a rainstorm hit the track for about 5-10 minutes, and it made the track wet. And that was one of the contributing factors to what happened on the first lap with Max. Max hit, when he came around turn 14, hit the curbs. It rumbled him, and if there was this, here we go. Here he is, Leclerc getting ahead of Oscar. He goes around the outside. He makes it move. He gets ahead of him. Ooh, and Oscar loses more time hitting the rumbles. And Leclerc has now gotten almost a second on. Now it's over a second on Oscar. So he makes the move stick, gets a second on him pretty quickly. Oscar makes a mistake, hits the curbs, and that drops him back into the clutches of Hamilton. Here comes Hamilton. He is stalking Oscar right now. Yeah, Hamilton's still just right now within a couple car lengths of Oscar right now. And I'm looking. It's just right now. Hamilton's right now waiting for Oscar to make a mistake, which he did make one. Here comes Hamilton on the inside, and he's going to get ahead of Oscar. So Hamilton was behind Oscar at the end of the lap, got overtaken. He's used that effectively to get ahead of him. And that's one of the things you're going to see throughout this. When overtakes happen is going to be because they came to the end of the lap. That point, detection point is at just before turn 13. So if you're right behind them at that point, you will get overtaken in the next lap. It is then you're going to be able to slingshot, use that when they get into at the end of turn 14, you can enable overtake in straight line mode. That double effect right there, and get around who you're going after. Alonso coming into the pits, Bordello coming into the pits. Again, Max hit the curbs. I assume it was also wet, and he basically lost control of the car. When you look at the replay, there's a moment where he's on those curbs, and then he just darts directly to the left into the barrier. Front left hits first, then the back left hits. Back left tire was dislodged, which is not normal on these cars. So that's how hard he hit that barrier. He then, in a cloud of dust and dirt and debris, went across the track and hit on the right side. That brought out the red flag. When we came back after the red flag, Ollie's engine gave up on the formation lap, causing another formation lap. So those are the two retirements that we've had so far in this race. So Sonoda is up into ninth right now, again, as I predicted. after the pit order shenanigans. Lindman right now has gone 30 laps on a medium tire, and it's a question whether he's going to go push that more to go. So on the red flag, he did switch from a soft tire to a medium tire, and then after 2 laps, had to do a stop and go penalty, a pit lane drive-through penalty. So that's why you see it's used 30 laps. So at this point right now, Antonelli's reading right. He managed to get ahead of Norris on the restart. Russell did get jumped by Oscar on the restart, but Oscar lost time on his pit stop, and that put Russell ahead of him. And then since then, the Ferraris have managed to get ahead of him on track. Oscar did make a mistake after being passed by Leclerc. He lost speed. And here's Lindblad and Ocon pitting right now. That's going to drop them back to the order where they would normally have been anyways. We are looking at a lot of cars being lapped at this point. So Antonelli and Norris right now are on the back, are charging on Gasly at this point. That would be our last point finisher, 10 point P10 being lapped pretty soon. That would mean that Yuki would probably be lapped at some point. Black and white flag for Oscar driving erratically. About 6 minutes ago. That's when he was fighting with Leclerc and Hamilton. Hopefully no penalties for Hamilton. Yeah, no, Hamilton has had penalties in the last few races, which have affected his position. Alonso right now is 11th right now. He is, though, again, 10 seconds behind Gasly. He's got Albon with him right now in his world. No, Alonso is legitimately in P11 right now, everyone. That's something I want to make very clear. He is legitimately in P11 right now, even though he has been lapped. A lot of drivers are going to be lapped in this race. Looking right now, what you guys saying? Black and white flag, sort of a final warning. Yeah, it's a sporting penalty. Usually it's a warning to stop what you're doing before they issue a penalty. So in the case of, so the black and white flag can be, there's two ways it gets waived. One, you've done something and they need to warn you for that right now. And that's the situation that's happened with Oscar. The other one is on track limits. After X, it's usually 3 times they will wave the black and white flag to warn you that the next time you go off track, they will then issue a penalty. Hamilton right now is 1.3 seconds behind Leclerc. Leclerc is 0.8 on Russell. So that there's this world where they've got Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton. And he's coming in, 2.8 stop. So Anthony goes from a hard tire to suspected to be another hard tire. Russell coming in. So okay, so with 32 laps to go, Anthony and Russell have gone to a hard tire. This is an undercut. I would have expected another 5 laps or more. So they're doing an undercut strategy here. They're going to go 32 laps on a hard tire to the end of this race. So Norris has gone to the top of the board, top of the board based on pitting. Russell is sixth based on Antonelli and Russell are fourth and sixth based on pitting. The question is now the gap. No, they've gone with 30 laps. You're not going to go on a medium tire. You're going to go on a hard tire. Hamilton's saying his tires are better. He's trying to get team orders to get him past his teammate. Anyone going to pit? Again, we just had Antonelli and Russell just pit. So for the race itself, I'm going to focus on the top 6. Just give you a heads up. I'm going to focus on the top 6 in terms of strategy and whatnot. Will be another pit window. We're in the middle of that pit window right now. The Mercedes just opened that up. They've pitted to go onto hards. I suspect that the next pits will happen the next 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 laps. Yeah, Ferrari. I don't know. So they brought out tires and then they're going back in. Oh, Hamilton is angry right now. He's saying he's losing time because he's behind his teammate. Because Hamilton up behind his teammate right now. So we've got a Ferrari fight going on right now, everyone. Okay, so Hamilton's going to eventually going to take his position he wanted because the clerk finally pitted. So clerk 3.5 seconds stop for the clerk, which is mediocre stop. Ooh, here we got one. Lindbergh and Sainz are fighting at the moment as the clerk comes out. They will be given blue flags to let Leclerc get ahead. And it's Lindblad right now on the right on the back end of Sainz. Here comes Leclerc. It's going to break this up. because they got to let him get ahead because they're lap down. And that's going to separate those two. Here comes Oscar in the box. So Oscar was fourth. He's now dropping. He'll come out, I think, behind Leclerc. 2.9 stop for Oscar. That's good. Again, effectively, anything under 3 seconds is a good stop. Anything close to 2 is an exceptionally great stop. So I know he says he's got no grip. That's interesting since he just went to a hard tire. Again, we're on lap 46, 27 laps to go, so we're effectively 2/3 through this race right now. We are in a pit window right now. Here comes in Tsunoda. So no rain. Yeah, no, we're not expecting any more rain today during this race. Again, it did rain 45 minutes before the race and made the track wet, and that brought out the chaos at the beginning of the race. Alonso point, but that's because Tsunoda has pitted. That would also put Tsunoda in the lap zone effectively. So Norris right now leading this race right now by the virtue that Antonelli is pitted. Hamilton is behind 10.8 seconds. The gap with Antonelli is 14 seconds. So we're expecting Lando and Hamilton to pit at some point. Now they're on hard tires. They could go another. Lando could go another 5. Hamilton could go another 10 laps before having to pit. Again, Norris started on the medium tire, then on the red flag, went to a soft tire. He's now on a hard tire. Hamilton started on the soft tire, stayed on that soft tire, and then went to a hard tire. So we're on lap 47. 26 laps to go. Why can't Hamilton finish that race with a hard? Because you're asking him to go another 26 laps. Basically, he would have to go 47 laps on that hard tire, and I don't think that the tire won't last long enough. Here comes Norris coming in. 3.2 stop. Gasly coming to the pits. Again, Hamilton's going to inherit the race lead by the virtue of pit order right now. But again, Antonelli's 2.8 seconds behind him. So he's not really leading the race. Gasly a 3.4 stop, which is that's not good. Yeah, the pit. I don't know what's up with the pits. I've shifted what is a good pit from 2.5 to 3 seconds based on how bad the pits have been today. Yeah, we're not seeing those 2-second pit stops. Something's up with the pits. It's taking longer. So about 18 seconds was the loss of time through the pits. If Art needs a red flag, you had a red flag already today. Don't be greedy. I don't need to manifest another red flag. And we're on lap 49 of 72, so there are about 24 laps to go. Will Alonso catch Hulkenberg? No. Alonso's 22 seconds off. 22 seconds off Hulkenberg. The question is, where if Alonso is going to pit again? I suspect that Yuki is going to finish the race on those soft tires. Unless they totally grade in another 15 laps. I suspect Yuki's going to finish on. So they're doing a soft, hard, soft strategy with Yuki. And they're used softs. That's interesting. So do we never haul off Gasly? I mean, give Yuki the benefit of the doubt here. I mean, like he did just jump in the car this weekend for the first time. Hamilton's mad. My God, I haven't seen Hamilton angry like this way. It's one of those weird. Yeah, Hamilton. So they asked Hamilton if he wants to go to a medium tire. He's like, "You tell me. I'm driving the car." Ugh. Not sure why you guys talk about the NBA. Where you guys keep it to motorsports, please. All right. So we're on lap 51 of 72. 22 laps to go in this race. So we're in the last 20% of this race at this moment. Hamilton must stop. Hamilton. Okay. Hamilton does not have to stop. It's just that if Hamilton were not to stop, he would go 47 laps on that hard. Why Hamilton is mad? Two reasons. He wanted to get past his teammate before Leclerc pitted, and then over the radio they asked him, "Do you want to go to a medium tire? Like what his tire preference is?" And he's like, "I don't know. You tell me what the best option is." You know, he's in the car driving. That's a strategy question. That's something that the strategist should be telling him. Can he do 47 laps? In a Christmas magical world, yes. In practical, no. So yeah, I suspect that Hamilton will pit at some point. The question is when and what tire is going to be. So here we've got Norris with overtake and boost on Antonelli, and he didn't make it happen that time. It wasn't close enough at the end of at the beginning of that overtake. So Antonelli's 6 tenths off of Hamilton, and Norris is on the back of Antonelli right now. So our fight right now is between Norris and Antonelli. We've got it's behind them. It's Bottas. That's so they just passed Bottas on track. Here comes they're back on the front straight again. Is he going for it? Yes, he is. And he's going to go around Antonelli. So Lando gets second. He's right, and he literally gets into the gap between Hamilton and Kimi, and Norris has latched onto the back of Hamilton, and they're pulling away. I don't think Antonelli has. Yeah, Antonelli doesn't have the pace at the moment. He's fallen back 6 tenths on Norris. So the question is, will he be able to get closer? Norris right now on the back, and here he goes. He's going for on Hamilton, and he's going to get past him. He's going to pass him cleanly. That's on turn 11. He's going to slingshot ahead of Hamilton. Here comes Antonelli on Hamilton now. Yellow flag on track. Ocon is stopped. The question is Antonelli's going to go for... Yep, Megs gets on the inside of Hamilton and gets past him. Again, Norris and Antonelli have stopped. Hamilton did not. Ocon is still stopped on track. They have not shown what has happened to him. He's off the racing line. They've gone to a virtual safety car. Double Haas a DNF. Those of you who picked a team with double DNF, you've got your pick this weekend. Virtual safety car because Ocon's car has given up. Yeah, now would probably be the best time for Hamilton to pit. Virtual safety car. So we've gone to a full. All right, virtual safety car basically means that basically track the. Oh, Hamilton's how long? Yelling about how long he stayed out. How can I not pit during the? I don't know why they're not going to pit Hamilton during the virtual safety car. Here he comes. Here he comes. So he's going to lose 9 seconds because it's a virtual safety car. And Charles is going to pick. So they did a double stack. Hamilton's going to go to what? 17 laps to go. What is he going to go on to? Not showing the tire. Soft tire. A used soft tire for Hamilton. What's Leclerc going to come out to? A used soft tire for Leclerc. 3 laps for no, it's a virtual safety car. So basically, when they end the virtual safety car, it will just go back to green flag. So it's not like IndyCar or NASCAR where the yellow car, when a yellow comes out, then they go to a restart. In this case, basically with the virtual safety car, when it's ready, basically they will go green. No, Stroll retired it. I missed that Stroll came in and retired. Apparently, Ocon basically the same thing with Behrman. The engine basically gave up. Yeah, they do that in IndyCar as well. Right now, when the yellow comes out in IndyCar, or for yeah, when IndyCar and NASCAR, when the yellow comes out, the pit lane closes. That's not the scenario here in F1 where they allow the pit lane remains open and you can come in for a quicker stop. Antonelli has now gone to a soft, so he's pitted again. Again, Antonelli didn't like the balance of the issue with the hard tire, so he's gone back to a soft tire now. He's 16 seconds back from Norris. He's 8 seconds back on his teammate Russell. So he's going to have to charge on those soft tires. Virtual safety car is ending now, so if they wanted to come in, it's too late. We're on lap 57 of 72 lap race, 16 laps to go. So where we are right now, Norris is leading this race. Russell is second. Antonelli is third. Hamilton is fourth right now, and Leclerc is fifth. Oscar is sixth, and Lawson is seventh. Hulkenberg is eighth. Alonso is ninth, and Tsunoda is 10th. Hulkenberg, Alonso, and Tsunoda are all a lap down. Lawson will probably be another lap down. Cadillac is 2 laps down, so we've lost 4 drivers in this race so far. Max on lap 1 to collision, brought out the red flag. Behrman lost his engine on the restart. Stroll retired. Don't know exactly what happened with him. And then Ocon just same thing happened with Behrman. His engine just gave out. Been a bet, so a double DNF for Haas today. Again, this is Grash with you, live coverage of the Dutch Grand Prix. The final hurrah of Zandvoort has been a lot has happened. A lot has happened in this race. How did Max crash? Max crashed with going over curbs and lost control of the car, and the car just basically jerked to the left into the barriers. Lost his left rear tire in the collision, which is not normal, and then went across the track. I didn't delete the pinned message. But basically, Max went across the track and then crashed on the right side and ended up at the entrance of the pit lane entrance on track. So Gasly right now getting. Did he get it? So right now, Gasly's ahead of Lindblad and Sonoda. I suspect at some point Alonso would have to pit. Maybe he's going to go 39 laps on a hard tire. It might. That might be the strategy there for track position. Effectively, a one-stop strategy for Aston Martin with Alonso. Wrong tire for Lewis? No. I think if he charges, if he can get to Antonelli, then it's the right tire. The only problem is that he's on a used set of softs. Same with Antonelli, but there's a 5-lap gap between Antonelli and Hamilton's tire. Right now, Antonelli he's gained about 3 seconds on Russell. Yeah, Hamilton and Antonelli are moving closer to Russell and Norris. That's the big piece here. Right now, Antonelli Alonso is 9th. He's 4.8 seconds behind Alonso. Let's see if that moves any closer. Clerk just set the best lap time of 1:14.230. So he's advancing closer to Hamilton. So 20.5 for Leclerc. Hamilton is 15.4, and Antonelli is 12.6. Those are the numbers we want to keep, the stats that we're looking at right now. If those are going down, the gap for Russell is 9.4. Russell's been consistently at 9.4. We've got 11 laps to go in this race right now. Norris leading Russell by almost 9.4 seconds. That's the big number right now. It's really Norris's race at this point. Question is really 2, 3rd, 4th, 5th. How the last 2 podium positions are really in question. A couple people are happy that Sapinga back on the calendar. Yeah, definitely. It'll be my first time actually seeing. So race control, a Lawson incident, yellow flag infringement is noted. So yeah, I have actually never seen Sepang in person since I started watching F1 on a regular basis. So it will be definitely an interesting track to see for the first time. Yelling hammer time. You can stop yelling hammer time, my friend. So Ferrari Norris 100% running this race. Yeah, I mean Norris has definitely got this. It's in his control. The question now, it's why no hammer. It's not that it's not hammer time. It's just please don't spam chat. The same thing multiple times is what I'm asking. Moving on. Norris has control of this race. So the gap to Russell now is 10 seconds. So Norris has expanded that. 10 laps to go. we're not seeing Russell catching Norris. Antonelli is 12.3, 20.4. That hasn't changed. Hamilton is 14. Leclerc is again. So we're not really seeing 2, 3, 4, 5 much changing right now in those positions. Oscar's 34 seconds out. Lawson's 60 seconds out. These are the only ones on the lead lap. For our purposes, I'm going to focus on those on the lead lap right now. I don't suspect that Norris is going to catch Lawson. I will keep an eye slightly down. Hogberger 8th, Alonso 9th, Gasly 10th, Tsunoda 11th. Current split right now for driver of the day. Norris 17, Hamilton 12, Alonso got 11%. That is very true. Mercedes fight, not really. I mean, Antonelli's got 1.4 on Russell. Maybe they might. I might team order that to protect the drivers. Why fake Mercedes faster than Mercedes? What? Are you calling the McLaren the fake Mercedes? That's weird. We got 8 laps to go in this race right now. Again, Norris is leading, Russell second, Antonelli's third. Antonelli's within a second of Russell. He might pass his teammate. And given the tires, the fact that they pitted Antonelli, so they're telling Russell to let Antonelli go. So here we go right now. And Antonelli's now past Russell. So here we go. Kimi now charging ahead. Hamilton's now charging on Russell. He's on 17 used soft, whereas Russell's on 25 used hards. Hamilton P3, very possible. Depends how George defends. I suspect he will. So Alonso did not pit to gain track position. He's now 30 laps with 6 laps to go. Gasly is behind him in 10th. So Albon looks like he's gone off. He's now lost positions. I think Kimi could catch up to Lindo. He possibly could. So right now the gap is 11.3. That's the number we're looking at right now. Antonelli does have the tire advantage on Norris, which is 19 on hards, 13 on softs. We're kind of getting outside of the operating window of the soft tire, and that's the big concern. Hamilton right now within a half a second of Russell. Five laps to go in this race. Can George hold off his former teammate? So here comes Hamilton. He's going to get an advantage on him. They go around turn one, and Hamilton is right behind him, flowing behind him right at the moment. 10-second time penalty, Franco Colapino. Yellow flag infringement. He's already 14th. It's going to drop him probably behind. Bottas has just retired. Sainz has pitted for a new set of soft tires. Well, they're used set of soft tires. Two penalty points for Franco. Is that a little too much? No, if it's a safety issue, 2 penalty points is not understated. Error degradation. There you go. Lewis is trying to make a pass around George. He's not getting it done. He was close. He almost made the pass. George was able to defend well and got by. Albon is now pitting. So there was a fight between the Williams. They've put out the slippery surface debris. Here comes Hamilton right behind George. He goes on the outside. It's not making it. That fight with George and Hamilton is bringing Leclerc closer into the mix. Looks like Albon is withdrawn. So they're bringing out the virtual safety car. With 2 laps to go, it looks like they are just debris on track. Yeah, virtual safety car. Basically, they need to. They're bringing so they can bring a 10-second penalty with Lawson. Oh, that's huge. That'll drop him behind Hulkenberg effectively. Oh wow, the Williams just showing the replay now. The Williams basically got into contact with each other, and that put debris onto track. That's why the virtual safety car is out. Marshall's on track to clean up the track. Virtual safety car is ending, so they managed to clean that out track pretty quickly. Why virtual safety car? Because there was debris on track from the Williams fighting with each other. Looks like Albon is in the pits. He may be retiring. Yeah, that he is retired. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars retired in this race. Podium is still possible. Hamilton, yeah, Hamilton. Well, it is possible. He's got we got 2 laps to go right now, so he's got to make a charge on him now. It could be a 3-car battle with Charles if those two keep fighting and bring him into the mix. Hamilton is 0.4 behind. Is he close enough? I'm not sure he's close enough right now. Where are they? They are in sector 2. He's 3.5, 3.9. Here comes Hamilton. He's right behind George right now. They're going to go. We are on the. So Norris is coming around 14 to start the final lap. Hamilton are going around 12, 13. 10-second time penalty for Sainz causing a collision. Not going to matter. He's in last place as it is. We are in the final lap right now. So they've just started the final lap with Antonelli, Russell, Hamilton. Here's Hamilton on George. George is defending well. And it looks like George has defended really well. That's brought Leclerc in closer to his teammate. So the question is, will Leclerc try and make a move on Hamilton? I don't think they're saying they don't think they're going to be a pass anywhere. Norris is going to come around, and he's going to come to the line. He's going to win this race. He's got 11 seconds ahead of Antonelli. Antonelli's coming to the line. He's going to take second. Here comes George. Yeah, George has got a huge. This is going to be George, going to be Hamilton, and then Leclerc. Ferrari just outside the podium. So Norris first, Antonelli second, Russell third is our podium. Hamilton fourth, Leclerc fifth. Oscar's going to come in sixth. Where is he? Oscar's going to come sixth. Lawson's going to come in seventh. He's got a penalty, but I don't think Hulkenberg is so far back. It's not going to matter. Hulkenberg eighth, Alonso ninth. And Gasly's going to take the last position. So it's just out on the inside, looking 11th, looking out on the inside. Sorry, looking on the outside, looking in on points. But that's a huge. Note 11th. That's huge. His teammate Lindblad is going to come in 12th. Bortolo 13th, Colpino 14th, Perez is going to be 15th. The last car to finish this race will be Sainz. We lost Albon, we lost Bottas, we lost Ocon, we lost Stroll, we lost Behrman, and lost Verstappen in this race. This has been a wild race, chaos race. Came down to pit order, came down to tires. That virtual safety car basically did save Russell. I'll give you that. But they had to throw. The thing is, they had to throw that virtual safety car. There was debris on the racing line. You can thank the Williams. The Williams can thank Russell can thank the Williams for his podium position today. Alonso, yeah, Aston Martin's getting 2 points legitimately. They have 1 point earlier, but that was because of because Checo was penalized, and because Checo was penalized, that put Alonso in that 10th position spot at Monaco. So Aston Martin earning points legitimately today. That's a huge step forward for that team. Sonoda, 11th. having just jumped in the car this weekend, beating his teammate, no less, Lindblad, in that position. Hulkenberg earning points, 3 points for Hulkenberg. That's a huge step forward. He's been close all week, all season long. And then Gasly getting that last point in 10th. That's another huge point position, and legitimately, like, by a good margin ahead of Tsunoda. So yeah, so that's our F1 race, everyone. Those who are motorheads, we've got about 45 minutes, and we're going to go. Then we got the DC race. It's going to be an epic race there. Alex Palou right now on pole in that race. He could, if he wins that race, he will take the IndyCar championship this year. So, a lot going on this weekend. Also, NASCAR's in New Hampshire, so we've got a full weekend of races. If you're into it, we will be back, I believe. Let me bring up the calendar. You see, we've got 2 weeks. So September 4th, Friday, September 4th. No, it's Monza. So again, we'll see what happens with Isaac. It's 2 weeks. He could be back for Monza. We'll see. But yeah, no, September 4th is when we'll be back. It is another really early time slot. For me, we could use someone for free practice 1 and 3 specifically. Or if you wanted to do practice that weekend, more than willing. Yeah, that's how I started on the channel. I was just doing practices. So we're looking for more people on the channel that help with commentary. If you guys are interested, get a hold of the boss. For everyone here at the Racing Channel, I want to thank everyone here. If you were on Twitch, you're on YouTube, you're watching on demand after the fact, thank you. We will be back again for September 4th. Take care, everyone. We'll see you soon.